host, Boo Kapone.
Y'all get up for David Lucas. He don't have a go fund me. He got to go feed me. Y'all, please support to that nigga. Go feed me.
Let's go.
Nigga, pies. Go to his PayPal. He got a PayPal. Go to his PayPal. That nigga got a PayPal. Go to his PayPal. Cause I love him.
It's your boy, Let Me Land Podcast with your host, Boo Kapone. Boo Ferrigno, a.k.a. Boo Pac, a.k.a. Boo Belafonte, a.k.a. Boo Hef. Let me land, I'm the motherfucking man. Let me land, let me land, let me land, let me land, I'm the motherfucking man. Let me. The best Let Me Land Podcast with your host, Boo Kapone. Let me land, I'm the motherfucking man. Let me land, let me land, let me land, I'm the motherfucking man. Let me. The best Let Me Land Podcast with your host, Boo Kapone. You bitch you.
Yo,
What up?
what up, man? You got the feds on my Zoom, nigga. What the fuck is you doing? Who's right there? I can hear somebody.
It's my nephew.
Looking motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if it's. Hey, look at that motherfucker. Howard Stern looking motherfucker. I don't give a.
You got me.
Bodo looking ass. You get your Killed Irishman looking ass. Danny Green looking ass. Let me land. What's going on, man?
What's up? What's good?
Let Me Land TV, man. Let Me Land podcast, man. Come on, man. It's your boy, Boo Kapone, man. I got my partner, Big Fido, man. Come on, man.
What up?
I had you on the Zoom. It said Let Me Land Zoom. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Zoom link.
Yeah, the Zoom, man, because it's motherfucking COVID.
I know.
That the people who don't know, this my homeboy, man, like my brother, bro. Fido, man, the super producer, built studios, worked with a lot of major motherfucking icons in the game. You did. Let them know, Let them know, Fido, a few of the people, man. You know, I know. I've been knowing you for years.
Well,
but let
tell them to me.
Huh?
I said I don't like to brag. You tell them.
Oh, nigga, go ahead, man.
Just because you look like Run DMC and Rerun mixed together.
You shut your butterbean looking ass up. They said, no, I run it down for them, man. People don't know, man. You know, let me land. Okay, man. Devontae, Jodeci, fucking, come on, K Solo, fucking, you discovered. Just tell the people, man.
Lowrider.
Flavor Flav.
A lot of people.
Kapone.
Boo Kapone.
Yeah, Bronson, man. You done work with a lot of us, man.
And Boo Hef.
And Boo Hef, man. We go way back, man. Are you glad 2020 is over? I'm gonna let you land.
I know.
2020 was a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. It should have been. We should have went back to 1981 instead of 2020.
And you do know that, chat. Let me. Yeah, man. Yeah, my 20. I didn't even do no motherfucking no resolution. You know, the New Year. Yeah. I didn't fuck that. I'm not doing that no more. I'm not making no more New Year resolutions. None of that shit. I'm just gonna dip dive in the year.
Why there? What are you gonna resolute for? What?
Did
no
you
more
learn
COVID?
how to talk one day? You need a New Year's talk resolution, motherfucker. Looking like the Goonies. Man. Hey, Mike. Motherfucker, you.
You look like the Baby Ruth he was eating.
Hey.
Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth.
Like Dizzle. What's up, man?
What's up? What's good?
Man, we made it to 2021, man. We've been through a lot of shit together, man. You know what I'm saying? We got multiple stories, man. Just out there on tour. We, went on The EPMD, that was crazy. That tour was crazy.
When we went on the Rock the Bell tour.
Rock the Bell, yeah, that was crazy, man. Let the people know, man.
You know, remember we went out. We went to the one in what is it? San Bernardino?
No. We went to that one too, but we went to
No. I'm just saying we were at that one first, and then remember
then we went to San Jose.
Yep. And then
San Bernardino, was that the one when I cubed your brother? Your nephew wanted to see you?
Yeah, his brother. Mm-hmm. Where you pushed everybody out the way.
Pushed everybody out the way.
Yep.
I said, "Kill these my people, man."
My nephew could see Ice Cube.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. We get out. That's fam, man. We got a ball too.
Yeah, they were like, "Ooh, you crazy? Yeah. I have a show in like 3 minutes, and you're coming over here opening up my door."
Yeah, man. Hell yeah.
To slow me down to the stage. Yeah.
You my partner, man. Just, man, motherfuckers don't know, man. You holding it down. Shout out to New York. This is my East Coast partner, man. Been on the West Coast, been on Bronson, been in the hoods with us, man, and in the thick of things with us, Fido, man.
Yeah.
Anywhere. Let the people know, Fido, on Let Me Land Podcast, what you working on right now? I see you got the F-bomb.
Yeah. Right now I'm working on this new project. It's with my nephew and 2 other cats, a Spanish cat and a dude from Cali too. So it's Puerto Rican, a dude from Puerto Rico, a New Yorker, and a Cali kid. And they're called We Live.
Oh, that's what's up, man. I thought it was gonna be called Ebony or Ivory.
One looked like one, Ebony and Ivory.
Hey, Donyea, can you hear me? This motherfucker. You rain built ass.
Yep. So we're working on right now. My nephew's going through a couple things on the music video we're working on.
That's what's up, man.
What's going on?
There he is, Donyea. We on, right?
Yeah, we good. The show
is beautiful. Thank you, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hey, Benny Lagosa, Fido looking at us. Let them know, man. They don't know that you build studios too.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I want to really talk about that. And you have engineers, and you have somebody to actually build the facilities.
Yeah.
Let the people know how did you get in that and what's going on with that?
How I got into that was I was like working on music, and I used to have to pay all this crazy dough to get into these studios to work on my projects. And then I was like, man, I seen these guys, how they were building the studio. I said, man, I could do that. So I bought a building and I built my own studio. And then the labels would always have to bill me now. I was like, oh yeah. You know what I mean?
You did. Let me land.
Yep, let me land with that check. So then they used to get mad because when I turned in a project, that wasn't where they wanted me to go. They wanted me to do this Vanilla Ice stuff instead of this NWA shit as a white kid.
Speak on that.
Yeah, so they used to get mad. So then I got dropped because we wrote a song called "Stick It Up Your Ass."
Oh man. I seen the video. You was head down, ass up.
So but you had Luke behind you. You had Luke behind you in the video.
I know. Hey, what label was you on?
Def Jam.
Def Jam. So you was a part of that Def Jam family. See, people, let the young kids know, the audience know, man, that you real hip hop. You know the real of what we call this thing, hip hop. You've been in it.
Harley Murata was EPMD. He was the producer, so he was the one that got us where we had to go.
Yeah, that's what's up. They don't know EPMD. That whole squad. All of them is murderers. I tell the youngsters. And shout out to my son Aaron.
A lot of people don't understand.
Headbanger.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that's where Redman came from. You know what I mean?
Redman.
He was in some backgrounds of EPMD's albums, first albums, and people don't understand that shit because they don't really study their history of music, and so when they do music, they think, oh well, what they heard lately is what they're thinking is music because they didn't care what their parents played. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And it all stemmed from that. Like if you listen to the, like the EPMDs, Chubb Rock, you know what I'm saying? Them motherfuckers cold with the pen. And that laid the foundation for Mobb Deeps and different, Far Sides and Andre 3000s and Outkast and
knows about
that laid foundations. Everybody was taken from something.
Like Coogee Rap. And like Coogee Rap was like really basically one of the first original gangster rap. People didn't know that.
Coogee Rap. I remember Jinx did his whole album.
Yeah, Jinx.
Yeah, the Hill Street Blues stuff. And then you're right. And then you had somebody out of Philly. What was that? SPK, Cool C.
Yep.
Steady Hilltop Hustlers.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? They was kicking that shit on the New York, on the King of New York album. Steady, Cool C and these guys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. And Smooth B and them, they were like more of like they tried to pull out the jazz part of it.
Yeah, the jazz part of it. Guru and them, they had a lot of jazz rips. It was dope, man. If you go back and listen to that music, man, that shit was classic, man. It was like motherfuckers don't give Chubb Rock his just due, man. If you go listen to Chubb Rock, man, come on, man. That beef song, man, come on, man. Chubb Rock was killing him. I was having a debate with these youngsters, man. I was telling them, nigga, the coldest big nigga that was Heavy D. If Heavy D in your top 10, 20.
For Heavy D, there probably wouldn't be no Jodeci.
It wouldn't be no Joe. It wouldn't be no Biggie. It wouldn't be no.
Just saying, because Jodeci, they went up there to sleep in Uptown Records, and that's where Heavy D was on. Yeah, and then he was here in the meeting that Devontae was in with the boys, and they were about to pass on him, and Heavy D opened up the door and said, "Hold on, let me get Andre Harrell." Yeah. And that's how they ended up signing Jodeci, because of Heavy D.
Heavy D, man, rest in peace. Shout out to Heavy D. Heavy D, he don't get the props he get. If you look at his old shows he used to do it on Senior Harlem's, man, he was about 300 pounds dancing, flipping, and his MCing, I'm talking about his bars, was dope. Mr. Big Stuff, all that stuff. Overweight lovers in the hand. Overweight lovers in the hand. That was funky.
Oh, yeah, that
was a lot of West Coast took a lot from Heavy D, a lot of, cadence and rap styles, and saying? We was born from New York. That's just fact. That's just fact.
Well, because a lot of the stuff started from the wars, the bridge wars, from from KRS-One, Boogie Down Productions. You know what I mean?
Last Master. I had a chance to perform with him.
Yeah.
I had a chance to perform a concert in Anaheim.
Yeah.
Big ass Anaheim, fucking big ass spot, man. I forgot what it's called. It's right there on somewhere where they be doing all the rap shit, the concerts.
Yeah.
I had a chance to be on stage with KRS-One, man. When I tell you, this motherfucker is hands down the coldest motherfucker to ever grab a mic and do a show. I know he was freestyling. This nigga freestyled for 2 hours. He did a whole show off the top of his head. And me and him going back and forth, blah, 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 blah. That was, man, I had goosebumps. I swear to this nigga freestyle. Then he went through the whole history of hip hop on the mic.
Yeah, one of my
from Cool Herc to motherfucking the Grandmaster Flash, the Furious Five. He went through the whole thing as a rap, all the way up into NWA, Tupac, all the way up into, man, it was crazy, man. Blastmaster KRS-One, man.
Yeah.
If motherfuckers don't know about him, you don't know hip hop.
I used to argue with my cousin. I used to say KRS-One was way hotter than LL Cool J. You know what I mean? But the reason why they say LL Cool J is because he had more pop songs.
He had more. LL and KRS-One. That would be, KRS-One was hot. A lot of, Ice Cube and the NWAs and the West Coast got a lot of shit from KRS-One because he was political, he was gangster, he was hard, and he was a philosopher. And the MC. LL Cool J is an MC. Now, for me, I don't know. I would go for hardcore hip hop, like just bars, KRS-One. But as an artist, like a motherfucking LL Cool J was just
had more of the song format than KRS-One. KRS-One was more like just street. You know what I mean?
But you gotta understand too though. Let me land.
All right.
LL Cool J had some hell of a battle. He battled a lot of motherfuckers like KRS-One. That nigga LL Cool J said, nigga, when they asked you what you did, whether you liked, you said I hated LL and I carried a big knife. Nigga, LL Cool J was murdering niggas. Yeah. Nigga, when he tore up Ice-T, MC Hammer, and Kumo D. Nigga, to break it down. Come on, nigga, LL, nigga. Are you crazy?
Yeah. No, it's kind of hard.
It's
hard to say something like that. You know what I mean? Between them two or whatever. It was just like, at the time, because I was more of a harder hip hop head. So I used to always.
I get you. A lot of people have KRS-One as their number one dude.
Yeah.
But if you go that way, I'm a hip hop historian. So if you go that way, you got to talk to that boy, Brother J, nigga from X Clan. Brother J kicking some real knowledge, come on, kicking that real knowledge, man. That red, black, and green knowledge like KRS-One was kicking, but you got to talk about Rakim.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Then you got to put Cube in there. What's your top five? Let me get your top five. Let you land.
What era, though? That's the thing.
The whole, just up until hip hop was born. Your top five. It has no eras to do. It's just your top five.
Well, I definitely liked my top five, probably. I like Coogee rap.
Coogee rap? Hey, that's a good one.
I like Gangstar.
Guru? Oh, that's a good man. Guru was a fucking beast.
That was like one of my favorites at the time.
Man, if it wasn't for no Guru, it would be no Mobb Deep, it would be no Wu-Tang Clan. Guru was the creator of all that hardcore East Coast.
This is gonna be out the left hand side. I liked MC Light.
Oh, MC Light was a beast. Georgie Porgy, remember? She was like, Georgie Porgy. That shit was hard.
No, I know. I liked her a lot. You know what I mean? Her style.
She couldn't fade. I tell you she couldn't fade, though.
Yeah.
She couldn't fade. Shantae, nigga. Roxanne Shantae.
Yeah.
That's my favorite female of all time.
I like MC Light way better than Roxanne Shantae.
Shantae was the coldest of them all.
Yeah, the only thing she did is she battled UTFO.
No, and she took out KRS-One, nigga. She took KRS-One out.
Oh, she did?
Molly Mall was getting listen. My MC Shan and them was getting ran up in by KRS. Man, Shantae murdered that nigga. She said, your name sound like a whack radio station. Niggas, she was the first pit bull in a skirt, nigga.
Yeah. Basically,
Shantae.
Queen Bee before Queen Bee came.
Yeah, then we gonna take a real quick break right now. We'll be back in a minute. Yeah, we gonna go pay some bills. Let us land. Yeah, then. Yeah, bet you.
What's up, guys? I'm here with Boo Kapone in the house
What's up,
right now.
Maddie?
I'm great. How are you?
Y'all get up for Maddie. Maddie gorgeous. It's your boy, Boo Kapone. Boo Hef. Don Boozy Miguel. Boo Ferrigno.
How are you tonight?
Hey, listen, man. It's a gala affair. We're doing it big right now. Downtown. It's packed right now. Third shift is in the building.
You may notice a very famous comedian is here, Mr. Boo Kapone.
Like, third shift is like the third shift of telemarketers that are bums. So I was supposed to come and make them feel good and make them laugh, but I got in their ass. Gotcha. I tore them up. I bagged on everybody, anything. And we got some good footage. It made good TV.
You motherfuckers look like the cast of Get Out.
When I seen the trailer, I was just elated because the cinematography, the professionalism of third shift was crazy. I was like, oh, we own to something.
Right.
We got something.
What's it like being a performer?
I don't know. What's it like to suck dick? It got legs on it. We got something here. It was crazy. As you can see, it's crazy. The premiere is crazy. Wow. How you doing? Have you been on a date anytime soon? And you know, I'm on Roast Me, all Def Digital, Def Jam, so I'm a roaster. I'm the heckler. So John, he said, Boo, he told me, he said, Boo, I got something for you. This is gonna be dope. So he kind of cooked up something for me, just for me.
Just for you.
Good looking out, John.
Good looking out, John. Guys, make sure to go check out the third shift, and thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Hey, y'all check out Third Shift. You did. It's gonna be bigger than Oprah draws. You did. Church on the move. Let me land. Let me land. Thank you, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. We gonna go see it. I'm sweating like a nigga at a white one funeral. I'm sweating like a mama.
Let me land Zoom, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. It's your boy Boo Kapone, the creator, the host of Let Me Land. We're gonna have them Let Me Land t-shirts. Go to my check out my son Aramis' album. It's out there on all platforms, man. Bride tonight, and his mixtape takeover's coming. Go get mine. We buzzing in Cali. Shout out to Mike City. I got my boy back, Fido.
What up?
Let Me Land podcast. We on Let Me Land Zoom. If y'all don't know what it is, my partner, man, from New York, major producer, studio, and builder, man. We go back like 4 flats on a motherfucking Cadillac. You understand? From LA to New York, back east and west, man, south. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We bi-coastal, man. I fucks with everybody, man. Yeah, dig? It ain't where you from, it's where you at. Let me land. Yeah, bitch. So, Fido, what we was talking about, man, we was going in about the culture of hip hop and Def Jam. Let me ask that, man, come on. And when was this? Back in the 70s when you was doing that hardcore? Your motherfucking Rick Rubin with leukemia looking at.
It was 86.
The 80s, man. That's what's up, man. Who was all on that label, man? Madonna? Who else?
No.
Madonna was.
That was when, you know, BC Boys, Run DMC, and Public Enemy, you know.
Wow. Man, that's awesome, man.
All them, like, we were like the after effect, but we didn't really, like, you know, basically we didn't get no effect.
Yeah. That's all right.
No, it was because we were on a different project and then Vanilla Ice came out. And so they wanted us to tap and dance and shit. And I was like,
they wanted to capitalize on that Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, and then Color Me Back.
They want to do that Vanilla Ice, baby. Yeah. Now listen. Now hurry up.
Then Color Me Back came out, and then they used to get me confused with the dude. So I used to walk into other labels. They would think I was the dude, and I didn't even know that Color Me Back was popping. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, Color Me Back was probably. You kind of look like that motherfucker.
Except I'm skinny now.
Back in the day, now they said you came out and this was your biggest hit. It was the Boy George remix. It was it was called Come on, Ely, niggas. I'm in the throat. Come in my throat.
I remember I was one of the vice presidents was what I used to get mad because they used to say, "Where's your hall pass?" when we were, you know what I mean? So I jumped out. My brother was telling the story the other day. I jumped out on the vice president of the label. This is not a different label. It wasn't, you know, Def Jam, because we were downtown New York and we would like try to scoot in. I think it was Jive Records I was at because we went to go see Keith Murray because he was working on his solo album at the time. And I jumped out on the vice president and I said, "Hey, where's your hall pass?" You know what I mean? And he's like the second man in command of the whole fucking building. He could have me all kicked out and shit. And the dude just started laughing. He goes, "I like you." You know what I mean? And then walked away. It was just so funny.
That's crazy, man. That industry, man.
That's when it
Being
was
a
fun.
part,
You got in a label, go walk around, and see everybody else on the label, see what they're doing, and play
yeah,
other shit with them, and then sometimes your record goes on someone else's shit because they think it fits them better.
yeah. That's crazy, bro. Yeah, you've been around, man, and Motherfuckers got to know that, man. Motherfuckers got to know the history. Another MC that's our partner, man, that you go back with, man, K Solo, man.
Yeah,
K Sizzo, man.
that's my god, bro.
Don't know K Solo. He was the head force of the whole crew, man. Bars for days.
Yeah.
Give me a story with K Solo, man. K
Well,
Solo being the first.
that's my god brother. I remember we were working on his new album, and then he ended up Suge ended up signing him.
He was the first. That's what I was gonna say. He was on death row, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was on death row for a little bit. And
that's where I used to run into him when out here in LA.
Because at that time, we were at the same time. We were working. Devontae was working. Did a song for Tupac. Bring the Pain.
Yeah, Bring the Pain. Yeah, that was a dope song about Devontae.
With that, and then K Solo ends up getting signed, and then all that shit started breaking out about the war, the East Coast West Coast war. You know what I mean? And so he says, "I out of here." So I'm back in New York, and he's calling me up. Yo, Fido, I don't know why I signed this contract. Come get me out of here, dude. I sent him a plane ticket, dude. I don't know what he did with his budget money, but he spent it. He was like, "Yo, come get me," and I had to call Suge, and I had to basically because Suge liked me and shit, so I kind of negotiated him out of his contract with Death Row at that time.
Yeah, Suge liked you. Remember that night you was with Suge and Kat Williams? Was that night?
Yeah.
Kat Williams acted a fool.
Yeah.
In the studio, remember?
Yeah. That was because I ended up because that's why he liked me, because I was like, I didn't take shit. I was like, I didn't, and Suge would laugh, whatever, and I would like, he's his mom's in his business, so you got to let him go.
His mom's in his business, yeah. This was a good dude. That night was crazy.
So then he ended up. So then Solo came back, and that was basically it. Then what we're talking about is we're in the studio in Burbank, and Kat Williams brings like 18 broads into the studio.
Yeah. That was Dave. Shout out, rest in peace. What was our partner name? Dave Aaron, what was his name?
Yep, Dave Aaron spot.
Aaron spot. Rest in peace, Dave Aaron, man, with the engineer.
Yep.
So, yeah, that was crazy. Now what happened?
Snoop Dogg. He was Snoop Dogg's main dude.
Yeah, he was Snoop Dogg's main dude, man. And Dave Aaron was in the studio. I think Dave was there, but what happened? Kat Williams had all the bras and
then two of them scooted in with and Devontae's side of the studio. Devontae's on the B side, and they're with Tyga and all them on the A side, and they're jealous because they're like, "Where'd these two bitches go?"
They drifted in with the boy. Man, they got to deal with the thing.
So then he got mad.
With Blackula. I call Devontae Blackula. That's Blackula, the vampire.
The vampire scooped him up.
Scooped.
And then he gave them back, but then they were damaged. They were damaged goods.
Them bitches in the back smoking them little skinny ass cigarettes.
Yep.
Them Capris.
The Capris, yep. Yeah, so then we ended up we left, and then we came back right when the fight broke off.
Yeah.
Remember? And then we had to
going down.
Yep. And then we ended up and then Suge was like, "What's going on here?" You know what I mean? And trying to because he was managing, I guess, Kat Williams at the time. So
he was managing with Kat all the time. And then we went somewhere and talked to Suge.
Yep.
About that was remember?
Store afterwards.
We went to Comedy Store afterwards, and then
we ended up at the Saddle Ranch on a different day.
Made the news. Remember that big ass fight?
And Suge started something, and it turned into a big fucking riot up in there.
Big ass riot. I said, Fido, back to back. Remember, I said back to
Yep,
back.
back to back. It seemed like it seemed like we were fighting for like 3 hours.
Yeah, man,
And
that
it was
shit was
probably
crazy.
like 5. You know what I mean?
Man,
Like,
you feel me? There's probably about 30 Mexicans in white t-shirts ran in that motherfucker. Some shit blew up. It was all on the news, man. I remember that night. It was crazy. Fido,
yeah,
you know
it
what
looked
I'm
like yin and yang in a circle. We were like,
Yep. That shit was crazy. Let me land, man. So, like I was saying, we go way back, man. And the thing about with Suge and everything, man, I hope Suge get out, man. You know what I'm saying? Because he did a lot of good things. There's a lot of bad things people do.
everyone
But
does bad. There's always good things to cancel shit out, but
yeah, it's always good
he's
things.
not.
I'm glad with Snoop.
No one's always exactly a bad person. It's just that sometimes they don't know to come back to the good side. Sometimes they
Yeah.
get.
But I was let me land. I was gonna say I thought that was big of Snoop to drop that record. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where he paying homage to Suge and talking about all the things he been through. I thought that was a big thing
Well,
with Snoop, man.
the thing was basically at that time too, he should have like, because Suge, if there was no Suge, there would not be probably a Snoop Dogg, because at that time that's when Dr. Dre did his went solo from NWA and started his own shit. If it wasn't for Suge to help him start that, he probably would have never found, Snoop.
Yeah, and gave him that platform. You're right about that.
You know what I mean? There's some things that might not, if some people weren't around to help someone else, then they wouldn't be there where they're at.
Yeah, man. Like with
Everybody, when people want to be a solo album or solo artist, there's always, you got to have a team to help you get to where you need to go. You can't be, you know what I mean? There's always a squad behind you.
Yeah, that's real spit, man. Got to be a squad behind you. And about the squad,
like now these kids, they think they can do whatever they want. They steal shit off of YouTube, and then they think that they just need the YouTube beats and they're good. You know what I mean? They don't need nobody. They're so good. You know what I mean? That's why they're always stuck only so much. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People don't know.
Squad, man.
There's always other people behind you to make something happen.
Yeah, and let me land. You've been on Def Jam, and I was on Capitol at one time, Priority, these big labels. That's what I was telling these kids. Sometimes you need that machine, man. That machine will help you go a long way to get you noticed by a lot of people. Like with Eminem, if it wasn't for Dre, Eminem would have been just a dope ass rapper. When Dre let everybody see him to expose his talent, he went out the window because he was a MC, a hell of a rapper. But if you don't have them people backing you, no, easy.
Just like 50 Cent. I remember 50 Cent when he was in New York, when he was running around to all these studios and no one wasn't feeling him. You know what I mean? And then until, other shit happened and he changed his whole, say about himself. If it wasn't for Dre to get him, there would be no 50 Cent the way he is right now.
Yeah. When Eminem grabbed him and put him on with Dre, and I'm talking about, that catapulted him. You know what I'm saying? I think 50 Cent did a great job capitalizing off that situation. You know what I'm saying? He stayed humble with the crew. He stayed loyal. He put motherfuckers down. He put his crew down. He put them all down. 50 Cent is one of the cats that I definitely admire and tip my hat off all the shit he been through. You know what I'm saying? I lost my mama. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, growing up knowing your mama got knocked off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And keep going. You know what I'm saying? And making a success for yourself. So in that regard, 50, man, I always hold it in high regard.
If you're driven, you're going to be driven. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a lot of motherfuckers that didn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of people, just like, they always leave, but they come back to where their roots are, because the shit ain't popping off if they didn't have their person behind them. Like, look at Game. If Dre didn't pick up Game either and put him on with the G Unit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
he wouldn't be where he's at. And then when he tried doing stuff without him, he fell off, and then he had to come back to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works, man. It's that foundation, bro.
Yep. You know what I mean? There's always someone that's going to. Yep. And if you don't, you know, someone's got to teach you to be successful, and that's how it is. It's just that's why when we went to school.
Exactly. Let me ask you this: with the state of hip hop, Fido, where do you look like at the state of hip hop in the next 10 years? Where do you see it going?
It definitely ain't going to your house.
Yeah, it's coming up. Hey, you took hip hop tour. Shut your bump skiddly boho. What I'm saying, you call it trap, you call it hip hop.
No, I know. Listen, it's just what's going to happen is, I think the next 10 years, it might not. The sounds might change, but it's still going to be there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's all. You know what I mean? Everything.
I look at it like,
I remember when my dad told me when we were doing this shit, he was like, "That's a fad. That's a fad. Why are you doing that? Why are you wearing your pants so baggy? Pull up your pants." You know what I mean? I used to be like, when I walked out the house, my dad would grab my pants and tighten up my belt. He says, "Don't go out there looking like that and disrespecting me." You know what I mean? I'm like, "Pops, that's the style. That's the style."
Like, what are you doing? You fucking peckerhead. What are you doing?
Listen,
what the fuck? You peckerhead. You Italian motherfucker.
He'd kick me in my ass with his shoe. When I got home.
We was born, nigga. I'm telling you, my first hip hop experience, I was probably like 5, 6. We had this cat on the block, stayed right down the street from the building on Bronx. Disco B, Brian. We called him Disco B, could sing, rap, everything. I mean, we would fight him and grab on his leg he would have to rap and sing for us forever because we wouldn't let him go. We was keeping babies, but it was so dope. And then I was hooked, you know what I'm saying? And then Pockets, he was probably about 12, 13, DJing and shit. And then, check Rapper's Delight. My mama, that's when it was really on. But we was doing it before
my brother started DJing at 11. And we just started doing house parties and shit like that and drinking.
Yeah.
And I remember all them days, man, when that was
that's when
and I remember we used to play this game like back then, drinking game, and it was like you would have to rhyme, and that's how we kind of like started. You know what I mean? You would have to rhyme, and if you fucked up, like last person's, like if I said something and you would have to say something to rhyme to it, and if you didn't, you would have to drink. Yeah. So that's skills used to get better because you would want to be around all these girls and make them drink. You know what I mean? And you like want to feel so hot that you would kill it. Yeah. And you're sober so you can back on the girls sober instead of being twisted and throwing up and looking stupid.
Hell yeah, y'all was playing spin the bottle with some niggas.
You were doing that. You were doing that in the jail cells.
That's what you was doing, nigga. Like Truth or Duro. It was Truth or Duro. It was a motherfucker named Duro. Y'all played Truth or Duro. Hey, but listen, man, let me ask you this because it's crazy. Like I heard Karis once say this, man, in an interview, but he was doing a lecture and he made so much sense. He was like, hip hop is the metaphor of what Martin Luther King was talking about. Remember Martin Luther King had a dream speech? This was Karis once said. Remember he said that I want everybody that's not judged by their color, their skin, but by the content of their character, their heart. And he made sense. That's hip hop.
Yeah, everything.
Hip hop took that Martin Luther King thing and made it a reality. Think about it.
Yeah.
So you're Italian, white. You was rapping hip hop, and hip hop brought everybody together, all type of races, cultures. You know what I'm saying? They said, "Fuck society. It's us, nigga. This is our nation, the hip hop nation."
Yeah. And well, at that time, we're kids, and we didn't care about nobody, like having to worry about, hey. Because I ended up half my life, I grew up in California, in Northern California. So out there, it was like basically like the melting pot of New York. But New York was more, when I was in that neighborhood, it's like you were in that neighborhood. Over in California, you're all over. And it's like, you didn't care who you hung with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Cali, kind of Cali, especially Northern Cali.
Yeah.
Northern Cali was more what I would say, because you had people at Berkeley, you had a lot of motherfuckers that was political, you had a lot of motherfuckers that was talking, power to the people.
Don't forget up there that the Black Panthers,
The Black
were
Panthers.
and you know what I mean? So it was like all this stuff, you know what I mean? And people don't care who's listening to their music. So basically it's supposed to be a word thing anyways, no matter what. You know what I mean? So if you're doing any kind of music, you're doing it not just for the color of their skins. You know what I mean? You're doing it for
everybody.
To appreciate what you're writing about, your stories. And that's what music was really supposed to be, is to put stories out there and make people think about the good old days of their old stuff or what's going on right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's real spit, man, because music is a movement. It comes from movement. Like a movie. Music was supposed to move you in a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Like, some people get like sad and they need a song to pick them up. You know what I mean? So someone's story might be the one to pick it up. And then, like
you were saying, as an MC, I consider myself an MC. Master of ceremony.
No.
And then he was saying, like, you got rappers that rap about themselves. The MC raps about everybody.
Yeah.
We gonna do this. Let's write.
I was more of an artist because I was rapping for the people.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because there's a difference between, when someone says, "Hey, you a rapper?" I would hate that. No, I'm an artist. You know what I mean? Because that made me feel like my dad was saying, "It's a fad. Leave me." You know what I mean? Treated me like a piece of like a punk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Your dad would
have different genres. Like as a master of ceremony, you master the whole ceremony.
Yeah. Well, the thing was, that's what was really basically what you would do when you'd have your brother. My brother was a DJ and we'd be out there like busting out a party. You know what I mean? That's what MCs remembered how everything was, because that's what MCs really started off as before they became artists.
Yeah. You have to be, and then the DJ,
you have to hold down the party. If you didn't have that party jumping, and like even when he played a crappy song by mistake, you would have to sit there and make sure that everyone doesn't leave the party. Or
exactly. You have to control. You have to master the ceremony. The DJ was a big influence too, because the DJ at one time, as hip hop was the main motherfucking hip hop. Remember, the DJ was the mother. It was DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince. It was Eric Eric B and Rakim. The DJ was first, and then they scooted the DJ to the back. But speak on that for the audience about. How important was the DJ?
He was very important. He was the one that was the showstopper.
Yeah.
Because listen, even when they used to have battles back in the days. I don't even know if they do them anymore, but DJ battles. And your DJ, you would always want your DJ to be the top squad. You know what I mean? And I remember my brother, people cry. He made Mr. Mix cry. He made DJ Red Alert, what's it called? Flash, all them cats back then, because they were thinking, "Oh, this white kid can't beat us." You know what I mean?
Man, that's crazy, bro. And I'm glad you landed, man.
Because I remember when they used to do shows, they'd always have a segment when the DJ would go off.
Yeah, the breakdown, DJ breakdown, like on every day. They break down. Didn't DJ come and break that shit?
Yep. Bobcat.
Oh, DJ, that's my nigga Bobcat. Shout out to Bobcat.
Yeah, you know what I mean? He was dope.
He was LL Cool J's DJ.
DJ, yep.
Him and Pooh. Like, niggas don't know. Pooh did what did he do for LL Cool J? He did a bunch. He produced a lot of stuff for him and Bobcat.
Yeah, no, a lot of them did too, because see, even what's the name was even dope too. Premier.
Oh, DJ Premier was dope.
Yeah, and see, people didn't know a lot of the times that the DJs were the ones doing the records. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
a lot of shit that Premier did. A lot of people's stuff that they probably don't even know. And
If
then
they don't know.
I remember this is what happened is my brother, we were doing shit with records first, and because my cousin Charlie was doing the old school tape, you know, the reels.
Yeah.
And he'd slice it in and, you know, get loops, and you just tape a loop on a reel, and then you tape it in. Then we'd have pencils all kinds all over the place just to do the EPMD shit. You know what I mean? And then my brother read in a magazine, you know, music magazine, oh, I want this SP12. And I was like, oh, fuck. That changed the game. As soon as that SP12 came out.
Speak on that 1200 and let me land.
Then we bought the 1200 because at first it was the 12. Then it was the
12, yeah.
And you only had 5 seconds of sampling. Then it went to 10. It was like, oh shit, 10 seconds. You know what I mean?
That was crazy, bro.
The only drum machine at that time was the Roland 808. And it was just a percussion thing, like a couple pads. And you'd be like, and then but
I could get Bonnie and Clyde on the SP 1200.
Yeah.
Pockets did that on the SP 1200.
Yeah, we ended up like a few years ago. I think it was a few years ago. Wu-Tang's movie or whatever they did. They ended up buying my drum machine, my SP12, just for that show.
Shout out to the Wu. Yeah, my man. I did You Guys album. Me, MCA, Squeak. Yeah, that shit was hard.
Everyone.
Now let me ask you this, Fido. Being from New York, and you know, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That's the Mecca. You gotta salute New York and everything they do, and you know, just being the forefathers of this hip hop and this music shit. Where do you see New York music at right now? Because I think New York ain't gonna never be out of hip hop.
Yeah, right now.
Always have. If you follow from way back to Blase,
what really kind of brought New York back a little bit is that drill.
The drill.
Yep, with Pop Smoke kind of shit.
All the bullshit going on.
It's European hip hop.
It's what?
It's like European hip hop that they came up with this drill beat shit. It's like slow and bassy. It's like trap slowed down.
Yeah,
which is
so that's what you saying. That's not you ain't feeling that.
No, I'm feeling it. No, I'm saying I'm feeling it. I'm just saying that's what's bringing New York right back right now. You know.
Oh, it's bringing it back. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you know and the killing niggas is killing. You know, niggas they really like living what they say, and that's what the people want. But you ain't gonna have a long time to enjoy your motherfucking.
No, I'm just saying that's what the problem with these people, and then they think they don't need nobody because they get on this internet famous shit. Then they get killed because they got no structure behind them.
Yeah, man, that's the trap shit.
Yeah,
you gotta be nigga. I look at like Ice Cube and all these cats that use hip hop and rap to get out of that bullshit. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
They rapped about it, but they got out of it, successful, took care of their family.
But they came up with better topics and stuff like that. Don't you remember? Like, even though they did NWA, then when he did his stuff, he did stuff about like we in the club, we clubbing, you know what I mean? Having fun, doing stuff like young men do back then. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then like something that's like popular, really songs are really basically pop hits are about like what people are going through at that moment. You know what I mean? Not just the story about you, you got to write stories about for everybody.
Exactly. And sometimes motherfuckers rap about them and don't rap about what other motherfuckers.
Yeah, you get sick of it. Their whole album is the same fucking thing. You know
that's my problem with hip hop now. Everybody jumping on the same shit, talking about the same shit, guns, money, bitches.
Look, hold on. Let me land. Hey, what's up, Bugatti? My name is whatever. I'm singing just like whatever.
With a gun talking about, I'm gonna shoot you in your face, motherfucker. And she knows that I will. I still dope and I kill you, motherfucker. And you know I will. They go from killing to singing.
Listen, how you gonna sound hard with this too?
Yeah,
hey, motherfucker, I'm gonna shoot you. Yeah, baby. You.
That shit crazy, bro.
Yeah, like you hit your throat. It's like I might
Yeah.
as well I got my own auto tune. I don't even have to pay
Hey,
for it.
let me land. Let me land. We lost a legend, man, an underground legend, man. I want to see what you feel about my guy, MF Doom, man.
Yeah.
Would you ever listen to this stuff? I was my boy Binky Mac used to put me on MF Doom back in the day,
Yeah.
and he was like more of like he sounded like more like an underground Wu-Tang type, but you know he was dope, bro. He was like
Yeah, I know a lot of them. You don't see that they did that. There was a dude up in Cali that where Snoop kind of took his style from. I forgot who that rapper was. My dude put me on him, and I was like, damn. And he didn't make it because he ended up he got killed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he was
Yeah, a
like
lot of people borrowed from a lot of people, man. You know, just like DOC. If you look at DOC, one of the greatest ever. A lot of
he's
people
still
borrowed.
writing. Still writing. That's my dude.
Yeah, that's family right there out of Dallas. That's my peoples, man. You know, shout out to the family in Dallas, man. You know, but he was if he wouldn't have messed his throat up, bro, he would have been. If you listen to that formula, all the stuff that he was coming, he was way before his time.
Yeah.
Way before his time. He was.
Oh yeah.
That dude was one of the coldest. Like if you listen to what he was saying, it didn't cuss. If you listen to all this stuff, wasn't one cuss word in there.
He still didn't cuss. He still writes.
Cuss.
He still don't cuss.
Yeah. That shows skills.
I remember
I'm a cussing motherfucker.
the studio. We were working on I went to go see Quick, all right? And he was over at
Shout out
Record One.
that quick.
When Record One, remember when Record One?
Yeah, Record One, yeah.
Yep. And then right there on Ventura Boulevard. And so I was there and DJ Quick was there. Dre was there too. He was working on another project with Doc, with DOC, because he always has Doc around him. Doc used to always do a lot of the touch-ups and the writing.
Yeah, because got Doc. Doc used to be that's my relative. He used to be in a group called the Feline Fresh Crew.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. Looks like our time's up. We've been talking forever. Oh.
I think we got a little more time. But
Okay.
that's what great grab Doc had from the beginning, man. Doc was dope as shit.
Yep. Well, the difference between back in the days of rap with
we got 10 minutes, man. We got 10 minutes on Let Me Land, man, with Fido. You bet you.
Yeah, listen, remember back in the days, hip hop, East Coast, West Coast. The difference between East Coast and West Coast was the DJs used to scratch for the hooks. You know what I mean? In the East Coast. And then Dr. Dre and them just figured out to sing in the hooks.
Yeah.
So that was the difference. Hip hop, that's the difference in hip hop from East Coast and West Coast was at the time was DJs used to scratch the hook like, yeah, baby.
But your boy was singing in the hooks though. Remember for my guy for she's just a friend. Oh baby.
And that was afterwards. That's when he became pop. You know what I mean? That was
no. What I'm saying is, he had a singer. He had a singer in his group. Bismarcky.
That was him singing.
What was his name? I forgot. He used to sing a lot of them hooks back then for Bismarcky.
My boy, his cousin Cool V was my dude.
Cool V, DJ Cool, Master Cool V.
Yeah, he was dope.
Mr. Master Cool V. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, Master Cool V.
Yeah, I remember.
You know who else was dope? You know who else was dope as fuck though? Nigga, 3 times dope, man. EST, man, from Philly.
Yeah, they were dope too.
Dope.
One of my boys had a group back in that time too. It would only have one song. It was called Twin Hype.
Yeah.
You ever heard of them?
I think I heard it was twins.
Yeah, 2 twins. Yeah.
Yeah, Twin Hype. Yeah, I remember Twin Hype. Back.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, man. I'm a hip hop historian, man.
Yep.
You know, I go way back from the West Coast, East Coast.
And my boy Shamik was the DJ.
Yeah. We had
he was from San Jose. He was from San Jose. So it was funny because we moved back from New York and we got a record deal after we moved because we went to go see my cousin when he was doing this music shit.
No, and he was Prince Marky D. Shut your don't you dog me. Black boys built that.
Yep.
Don't you Don't
You
you
look like all we can eat.
Yeah, get your Chris Marky D looking
You
ass
looking
out.
like all we can eat.
Get your
stuff like
motherfucking
that.
third base looking ass out of here. Get your motherfucking
You look.
get your
Yeah,
house of
I used to get that too.
Everlast looking ass out of here.
Labels, they used to think
Be
I was that
real
dude.
looking ass out of here.
Be real. All right, rerun.
You look like that motherfucker
You look
from
like Run. You look like Run and Rerun had a baby.
you look like that motherfucker from Training Day. Do you know her? Do you know you? Hey, Holmes, he'll kick your ass, Holmes. You joined the game. They said you had a red hat on and was naked. Talking about you.
You look like Shaquille
Fuck
shit.
supporters.
Like if Shaquille had a shit, it would look like you.
Yeah, they get your motherfucking the heels got eyes looking at us out of here.
You look like Suge Knight's pocket protector.
Fido.
Yeah, what
man,
up?
So let the people know, man. I'm so glad I had a chance. We're gonna be doing this some more to do this Zoom, man, with you for Let Me Land podcast, man. You done gave a gang of information out for the kids out there, man. He was on Def Jam. This dude, man, is a great dude and a wealth of knowledge too. So let them know what's going on with you before we get out of here. We got about 4 minutes left.
Now check out my new group is coming out pretty soon. It's called We Live, and the song's called Triple Vision.
Okay, that's what's up, man. And check him out.
And here's my nephew, your boy.
What's going on, man?
Not much, just working on the video.
He's working on the video.
You look like Drake's rabbi. Get your Drake's spiritual rabbi. Man. Shalom. Mazel. Hey,
he looks like He looks like Little Dickie's little brother.
Yeah, Little Dickie's Dickie. That's it. They like nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, nowhere to lose them. Yeah, man. But it's all good, man. Glad to have you on the show, man.
Yeah,
check out Let Me Land podcast. I need y'all to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Boo TV, man. Y'all go check out Aramis' record. It's out there, man. It's Takeover mixtape will be out. Y'all go get Boo Kapone's Buzzing in Cali. It's out there. Check me out on Roast Me Battleground. Shout out to Roast Me. The Pull Up with my homegirl Mimi. We're on the Pull Up. Check out Keeping It Real with Mimi, the real ones. And we coming, man. Shout out to Donyea. Y'all, and we bringing Laughing on Wax. We're doing a lot of things, man. Check us out. 2020. Let Me Land. What you got to tell us right on? 2021 on the Deuces. For sure, man.
Love you
too, man. Hey, man, we're going to get together, man. We'll holler at y'all in the next episode. Let Me Land podcast with my boy Fido.
What up?
You know that.
Boo Kapone.
Let me land.
You bitch you. Let me land. I'm going to do Let Me Land too.
Let me land also.